It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in on a one-game winning streak. What do you say we keep that one positive? Because they haven't had much to be positive about lately.
Yeah, let's take it, maybe make it almost like the theater. You're only as good as your last performance. Hopefully they can continue to move forward.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
On first down, Carroll. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the first play of the game.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Carroll. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Robertson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Now they go screen, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing on third down, Fields. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Fields on third and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They snap it to Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. to throw. Carroll. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On second down now, it's Robertson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now it's Fields. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
A big play there for Detroit. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Snell. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. These two teams all tied after one. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. Carroll. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Fields. Throw left side, complete. That's Robertson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
On first down, Robertson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
These 2 division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Carroll. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
McCann's got it teed up. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down. Carroll. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Carroll.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A good throw here, finding Pascal. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. And Pascal's got it. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. First down, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robertson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. And now here's a carry heading left. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Fields. Flushed out right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Off play action, Fields.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Play action. It's Fields.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robertson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We'll check on his status when we get back.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And quickly they get to the line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the Bears first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. That catch good for only a couple. And they're going to speed things up here. From the 29, Fields. He finds Kalen Ballage as running back. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. On play action, Fields. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. McCann's got it teed up. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, Carroll. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. A little juke. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 44. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and it's 3rd and short.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. just shy of the 40. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to let the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Carroll.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carroll. And a little floater there is incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Well, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Carroll. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback. And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play. Here's Harris to return it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington into the secondary past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carrington. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Right back to Hubbard.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Chicago, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Detroit, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.